Well, first of all, I want to say, Kalalal, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Akwakadash, double honors to the elders of GMS, and shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways doing the work of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, in sincerity and in truth. This is the brother Amawan, and from GMS Jamaica. Today we basically want go through sustainable development, because this is basically most of the moves taking place in the world today, is a part of sustainable development, because this is the blueprint or the plan which the devil have come up with to basically take the world into the new world order, the next step, which is to microchip everyone, to put the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, in your forehead or in your right arm, This is the how to do manual for this is the manual for the new world order, for which Esau hope to accomplish. So these we're just going to go through some of most of the goals, all the goals written in sustainable development, and show you how basically everything is happening in our around the world and in the different countries, linked to sustainable development, because this is the blueprint that Esau have instructed all these nations to carry out in order to accomplish their euphoria as how they bring it across to different countries, in order to have this perfect world, to have Esau's heaven and earth. But this is gonna be a nightmare, if we know it's not gonna be fully accomplished, the Most High is gonna stop it. But if this were allowed to come true, it would be a nightmare, it would be a hell, a literal hell on earth, Let's go through. We're taking this article from Wikipedia. It says the Sustainable Development Goals are a collection of 17 global goals designed to be a blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all. And the acronym basically SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, set in 2015 by the United Nations General Assembly and intended to achieve by the year 2030, So basically we can see that 2015, at the UN General Assembly, these goals were adopted, and they have a timeline, They have a timeline set by 2030, This all of these should be achieved, So when the scripture tell you that, listen, the devil come down, woe to the earth, because the devil has come down, knowing him have a short time, with much wrath, knowing him have a short time, then you fully know how this come in play, because the world is not random as what people think. And you wake up in the morning, you go work or you go school or wherever, you're coming back and you just do what you want to do, and it's a carefree world. You have man. Well, we know that the Most High ultimately control everything, but you have man in this life, we're actively out molding, shaping direction of earth, and basically directing things how they want it to go, So let's go through. So by 2030, all of these goals should be achieved, So let's look at the goals which the United Nations has adopted, And we have all these countries following and adopting these goals, And we all know, if the smaller countries, even most of these bigger countries, they never chew out and say ask a suggestion from these countries, All of these goals were basically done by the elite, yo, and given to these countries, yo. So even Jamaica now, you have our Prime Minister, Mr. Holness, embracing this. And you would think that, listen, you know, this was something that the Jamaican government sat down and came up with, yo. No, this is just an agenda from the United Nations, from the elite, which gave it to the UN, which Jamaica and other countries have adopted, yo. And let's look at the goals, yo. It says goal number 1. It says no poverty. Wow. You know what I mean? And reading this, yo, you would think it's for anyone who actually believe and want this to come true, yo. You can show how bugged out you are, yo. This is not the kingdom of heaven, yo. How can you put your trust in man? There's a script, the precept says, cursed is he who put his trust in man, yo. How can you think man can bring on heaven and earth, yo? Because all of these that the UN is pushing, basically the elite is pushing, is basically paradise. You know what I mean? Well, to an extent, yo. You know what I mean? And we know that the white man, you know what I mean, is evil and wicked, yo, and not gonna and I want nothing good for the inhabitants of the earth, yo. So how can you trust this man? First thing, it says no poverty, yo. 0 hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, you know what I mean, gender equality. Well, alright, well the no poverty, yo. How can you have no poverty, yo? 0 hunger. How can you have 0 hunger? You know what I mean? We know the white man is gonna kill off, you know what I mean, majority of the population. A lot of you not gonna be here, yo. You know what I mean? The Georgia Guidestone speak of bringing the world population to 500 million, yo. So a lot of people just read all these goals as surface value because it does not elaborate, yo. So you simple, you know what I mean, simple-minded, just look at the surface value and say, wow, no poverty, 0 hunger, who would want that, yo? But the white man doesn't tell you how he's going to achieve all of this, yo. A lot of you are going to be executed. You know what I mean? Good quality health and well-being, yo. Quality education. Gender equality. And we all know that Esau have been pushing this gender equality crap, yo. You know what I mean? And a lot of persons buying it, yo. But if you really believe in the scriptures, yo, you know that the man is the head of the house, yo. And it doesn't matter what Esau say or what anybody else says, yo. That's what the Yahweh Bashem Yahushai says, yo. And that's what matters. You know what I mean? Clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure, reducing inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, and as it says, sustainable cities and communities, yo. We all know that they're coming out with the smart cities, yo. That's where they're looking to go, with so-called smart cities with which everything is linked to the web, yo. Responsible consumption and production, and pretty soon, yo, these men are going to tell you what to eat, how to eat, when to eat. So this thing is not what people think, yo. Climate action, and we all know all the laws is being passing in under the guise of climate action, yo. Life below water, life on land, peace, justice, and strong institution. And the last goal, which is goal 17, it says partnership for the goals, yo. So the last one is basically getting the other 16 implemented. You know what I mean? But we know that on this earth, there's not gonna be any peace, yo. No peace is gonna be on this earth, yo. The only time you're gonna have peace is when is in the new kingdom, when Yahweh Bashim Yahushai set up his new structure and his righteous government, yo. So if you're really looking for the white man to bring peace on this earth, yo, then you're truly lost, yo. You're truly lost. One going to the first precept, basically Isaiah 50 verse 1. Slack. Yeah, Isaiah 30 verse 1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin," yo. And as the precept say, you know what I mean, woe to the rebellious children, yo. Because if we were following the scriptures, yo, and Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai would know that, listen, for beware of the United Nation and the elite, Esau, and whatever plan that he's trying to implement, yo. Because Esau doesn't love us. He not care about humanity. He not care about the animals. He not care about the planet, yo. This man is out for his own gain, yo. So from the moment you're thinking of the white man is about our good and, you know what I mean, to save us, then the scripture says destruction to you, yo. You know what I mean? Because we out here and what this man do, him localize basically sustainable development. So you would have each countries pushing acting as if, yes, this own. If you look, check Saudi Arabia, you would see Saudi Arabia Vision 2030. Even out here in Jamaica, you have the Jamaican Vision 2030, and basically they're sensitizing you. Andrew Holness, the Prime Minister, coming out speaking in accordance to it, yo. But basically, we know that they are blind, yo. These leaders, they are blind, yo, and a lot of them are basically wicked and basically sell out, yo. Some of them don't know what's happening, but some of them basically know and bringing you to your destruction, yo. And let me get into another precept. This is Lamentation 2 verse 4. Salak. Salak. This is Lamentation 2 verse 14. It says, "Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee, and they have not discovered thine iniquity, to turn away thy captivity, but have seen for thee false burdens and cause of banishment, yo. So when you have the Prime Minister of Jamaica and all these countries basically coming out to tell how wonderful this plan is and how bright the future is, they basically prophesying, yo. They're prophesying to you, yo, and they're leading the people astray, yo, and woe, whether knowingly or not, yo. These men are wicked, yo. So the scripture says, woe to them, yo, because basically they, as I have another precept saying, they are blind leaders of the blind, yo. And if the blind lead the blind, they both shall fall into a ditch, yo. And I can tell you that these men are leading you into a ditch, yo. Because the Esau has always been our enemy, yo. It has never changed from way back in Genesis, yo. Esau has always been our enemy. You know what I mean? And that is not going to change. As the scripture says, he kept his rod forever, yo. He's always going to be our enemy, yo. So whenever you see any plan or anything that this man come up with, you have to be wary of him, yo. You know what I mean? And as you said that, let's get into another precept. Because Esau don't like us, yo. You know what I mean? Especially the Israelites. He's always about to get us, yo. And especially whenever him see the men of the Lord out here in the highways and byways prophesying, you know what I mean, and tearing down his lies, you know what I mean, that he built this kingdom on, yo. It's a great issue for him, yo. So Ecclesiasticus 12 verse 10, it says, never trust thine enemy, for like iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed of him, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shall be unto him as thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. You know what I mean? So basically, we know the white man, you know what I mean, he has been evil from day one, yo. You know what I mean? As the scripture says, estranged from the womb, yo. From day one, he has been wicked, yo. You know what I mean? And he's been wicked, and to come, he's gonna be wicked, yo. It's not gonna change. So we have to be wary whenever we see this man come up with any new laws, you know what I mean, any new agenda, you know what I mean. It's the simple, you know what I mean, the simple is going to catch the simple, yo. But Tawada to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that we have the foresight, yo, you know what I mean, to see through all this man plan, you know what I mean, and we know yeah. You see through all this man plan, yo, and we know say this is an evil agenda, yo. This is an evil agenda to get rid of most of the earth population. You know what I mean? And in times to come, we got in the coming future, we're gonna be doing more videos on sustainable development, because this as I said, this is the major agenda going